Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? Oh yeah, that's a real dog. Yep, his name is Pimpy. He's famous. Somebody brought him to my attention on YouTube. I went to his YouTube channel and I liked the intro that he had, so I stole it, of course. But a beautiful dog. All right, so this is what I want to do. I put out a couple of videos, one with humor, just a little bit, to try to keep people grounded and at least laugh. And then the other one, I use humor again a little bit just to be silly, but also put some very, very extremely important information in there for you guys to understand and the direction that we're going into with the Iraqi dinar. So I want to go back and hit up your comments and respond to any questions that you might have. Before we get started, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button. And if you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel and I certainly do appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying gold, silver, or any other precious metals, head on over to our friends at Money Metals Exchange. The link is down below in the description, or just type in www.moneymetals.com/Pimpy. If you make a purchase when you follow that link, you will automatically be entered for a chance to win 10 free silver ounces. So get started today, and hopefully your stack will start to look like this real soon. So head on over, tell them Pimpy sent you. You can follow me over on other platforms. I do have my own group over on Facebook called Pimpy's Investment Chat. Over here we do talk about gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments. So head on over here and join us. It's free to do so. In here, I do post updates. If I should get on suspension from YouTube or get removed from YouTube and you want to know what happened to me, I'll let you know right here in this group. I can be found on Twitter, MeWe, YouTube, and the cool thing about YouTube, if you come over here and you join and you find my channel, I got videos going back, I believe, a couple years. So if you want to see some older videos that I have on Nasera, Jacera, gold, silver, cryptos, come on over here and join. Look me up and check out my videos. You can also find me on Odyssey, catch me on Rumble. When I say that the links for all these are down below in the description, some of you don't know what I'm talking about. It's real simple. Just go down to the bottom right here of any of my videos. See this? This is the description. Hit show more. And there are all the links to all the platforms I just spoke about. So if you do want to head on over to Money Metals, just click it. And there you are. So come on over. Join us. I look forward to having you. So there's going to be a video that released sometime today regarding gold and silver, and I think it's important for everybody to watch this video. Even if you're not invested in it, just check it out. There's some information that came out I want to cover with it I think you guys will find very important. All right, so let's get into this. Oh yeah, the dinar revival. I wanted to do this one time a couple years ago, but for one reason or another just put it off. But recently people have been saying, Pimpy man, you listen to these guys, they talk about God and they say that God gives them all their information and stuff like that. I go, yeah, I know. Whenever you create a YouTube channel, you're going to quickly learn that there are certain things that people like to hear. If you talk about God, that definitely is a big one. If you talk about white hats, black hats, Trump's in charge and all that crap, that's another biggie. If you mention words like patriot and deep state, stuff like that, those are biggies. What happens over time, in my opinion, is people steer away from what they were originally talking about and how they were talking about it and start down a path that is not a good path. They rather tell you what you want to hear instead of telling you what you need to hear. And so people who tell you what you need to hear are not very popular. I used to have a channel with almost 80,000 people. Unfortunately, I said some things on my channel that it didn't go over very smoothly with the powers that be. Let's just say that. And now I'm just slowly rebuilding. But people are going, oh, you didn't say the same things as you used to say. Oh, no, I've been the same person all along. I haven't changed at all. Grounded, always grounded. Anyways, I've seen enough people talking about God and I thought, good Lord, let's have a little fun with this, but at the same time be serious. And I did a dinar revival, okay? So some of you guys responded to it, so let's go through this. James says, now this is how you raise your vibration. 2 thumbs up for Pimpy. Thank you, James, I appreciate it. Look, when it comes to God and things like that, I can't even begin to tell you how many of you know my story and keep wanting me to talk about that situation a little bit more. It's just I see so many people doing it out there and the way they're going about it makes me sick. I don't mind talking about my relationship and some things that I've learned. It's just that I don't want to be lumped together with them. So I'm trying to figure out how to go about being able to share information without looking like one of these idiots that are out there. I'll figure it out, and then I'll let everybody know. Joel says, exactly what I needed today, Pimpy. Keep rocking the truth, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate it. Great rap, Pimpy. Praise the Lord. Ready to bless others in the near future. If the dinar goes the way you hoped it did, then I understand and you feel like you were blessed. I get that. Pimpy, this is why we quit following the gurus. If you had $1 for every time they said it was happening, we wouldn't need a revival. Thank you for keeping it real. Yeah, are you kidding me? If I had $1 for every time, I would have said that it was going to happen. Like I said before, the problem I have is people start incorporating God in their videos. Oh, blah, blah, some of them, blah, I had a vision. My sister had a vision. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about. Remember, they used to say, God put it upon me that, he's going to change the rate when this happens or on this date. And it didn't happen. It's just ridiculous. And my first thought, and I said it in the video, is, why do you need to go down that path? You were doing just fine the way you were. But now, like so many other YouTubers, as soon as they find out that a certain wording works for them and gets some more views and gets some more subscribers, then they start down a really dark and ugly path. Unfortunately, go out there, go through the videos of all these people in the past, and you're going to hear them say the same thing. God put it upon them, or God told them on this day, or God said it's going to be this rate. Everything is God this, God that. And that's why I couldn't resist but do the video. What a way to end the day. Yeah, I was hoping to make people laugh and at least enjoy the video. There's too much weird stuff going out there. I want people to relax. Word up, Pimpy Rich. Thank you, Jeffrey. A for effort, Pimpy. Yes, thank you for that because I said in there, oh, come on, give me an A at least. Laughing my ass off. Great video. I laughed my ass off. Good. I'm glad you did. I did the other video too. I was trying to be silly in the beginning. Pimpy, people who blame you YouTubers don't know how to listen. They're too busy on the computer rather than keeping themselves busy and be ready or be an asset to their community. They want money rather than staying busy or creating something. It's all about hands-on action. Look, let's just be honest. If I started down that path, I would generate a real following. If I chose to mislead people, there's nobody out there that could rival me. Nobody can tell stories like I can, and that's the honest to God truth. I don't choose to take that path because it's important for everybody to know the truth about what's going on and to try to be as educated as possible. So you're not just relying on the words of any of us out there in Dinar world. I'll show you my educational material. You can read it for yourself and come up with your own conclusion. This channel is about staying grounded. This channel is about bringing as much information as possible. Pimpy, the faces and the moves you make. Yeah. Wait till we get to the next video. Hi, Pimpy. Glad to hear you sing. Yeah, the funny thing is sometimes if I really want to, I can sing my ass off. But the other times, when I'm being silly, my voice will crack and make weird pitches. But, I was just having fun. I appreciate the good words. Too funny. Dinar revival. Kind of like Ray Stevens' Mississippi Scroll revival. Just so you guys are aware, that's for us old timers. All right. Pimpy, do you know that Iraq has asset-backed IQD? Do you know what the 3 commodities are backed by? Okay, just so you are aware, all currencies have some type of backing. Now, as far as the IQD, what supports the IQD is the oil industry, okay? But there are other things out there, like the amount of gold they buy, the amount of foreign currency assets that they build up. All these things support the IQD. But when you say something is asset-backed, that means that this particular commodity solely and purposely supports the currency. And Iraq doesn't have any assets or any commodities that solely are developed for the sole purpose of supporting the IQD. Kipper says, yes, I feel just like you do. And the video was funny. Reminds me of Steve Martin, movie The Jerk. You're aging us, man. I was born a poor black child. That movie is funny. My uncle went to school with Steve Martin, man. Unfortunately, he's been teaming up with that freaking liberal idiot. What's his name? Martin Short. So the Blues Brothers, when they went to church and they had a revival. Yeah, that's funny you said Blues Brothers. My friend said, if you had a revival, it would definitely be the same version as the Blues Brothers. These are sinners who went out to do God's work. I was like, wow. Thank you, Pimpy. You're welcome. I know exactly which YouTuber this video is directed at. Well, I mean, there's no one particular YouTuber. There's some I have more in mind than others, but you can go out there and you can figure out all the different YouTubers are doing it. It's just ridiculous. LOL pimp, tell them, honey child. Oh, you can tell I've seen that movie Glory so many times. But that scene where they're at the campfire singing to God, to me, that sound, that rhythm, the unity of the singer singing it. Now, to me, it was very spiritual. I love that scene in there, and that's why I couldn't help but incorporate it in the video. But it's funny because people go, you know those words? I go, yeah, I've seen the movie enough. You're right on. I did enjoy your comments. Thank you. Pimps up 0S stay. Not sure what that means. Pimpy Lostros. What's up, dog? What's going on, peeps? Mark Z talks more about God than a preacher. And which God does he want to revalue to IQD? His God or Allah? You know, everything that God does has a purpose behind it. And I'm not saying yes and I'm not saying no, that God is going to do something with the dinar that could change people's lives. I'm saying the fact that there's individuals out there who are claiming that God is solely focusing on the IQD. It's ridiculous, all right? Next person says, don't mock God. Oh, good Lord, if you only knew. Don't mock God. No, there's no mocking. I know him personally. Trust me, I know better than to mock God. There's humor behind what I was doing, and it served a purpose. All right, so I did this video. What was it? Oh, good Lordy. Yesterday? But at the beginning of the video, I was just being silly. Somebody said, Pimpy, is that your twin brother? No, they're both me. But jokingly in the beginning, I said, that is my twin, but he looks slightly older than I do. They go, oh, I can tell by your goatee. One's got gray and the other one doesn't. I was like, wait, what? I go, they're both me. I'm just being silly in the video. But somebody said, no, it had to be real, because when you asked a question about how long they've been listening to your website, the guy answered. I said, yeah, I know. Then he called your name. I said, yeah, I know. But don't you understand? This video is like an hour long. All I did is take clips out that I thought I can use to make it look more realistic than anything else. But the useful salad one is the one that everybody got kicked out of. They're like, it does sound like you're saying useful salad. So if you got past the intro part, this video is very, very informative. If you've not heard it, I encourage you to go there, get past me being silly in the beginning, and get to the meat and potatoes of the video, and you could see the 3 different pages that I got responding to the questions. So let's get into the comments and questions and see if we can go over this. First 3 minutes sum up the last 13 years perfectly. But yeah, definitely the last 13 years. I just have one question. If the 25,000 dinars are hyperinflated, going to increase in value, what about the asset-backed IQD? What asset-backed IQD are you talking about? Although there is an asset that helps the IQD, which is oil, as far as a asset-backed IQD, I don't know where you guys are getting that from. I can only guess. Oh my God, I swear I had to back up and watch the first 5 minutes 3 times due to the tears. My laughing till I couldn't see. That was so funny. Believe it or not, when I use the MC Hammer song, I had to get permission. YouTube does it for you. You can write a little note. They'll reach out to the copyright owner and give permission. So I explained that I was using it for satire and that I'd use my own words on the song and that I thought it was a lovely song. So I got permission. So I got permission to use the song. Great video, Pimpy. Thank you. I appreciate it. Dad, so funny. I needed that. Good. You know, if I get you laughing, relaxing, trying to loosen up about all this, okay? Pimpy, am I the only one waiting for BRICS to go for Iraq to announce Iraq would lose so much if they go before that? You know, I know they have already been approached by the BRICS nation, but you're not going to see them go because the IQD and Iraq is still under sanctions and restrictions by the United States government. Not to mention the fact that we hold their gold and we hold their foreign asset reserves. So no, they're not going to make that move. I wouldn't worry about it, not at the moment. It is an option out there if they decide to go that route. Andrew says, Pimpy, I remember the days you used to think that I would revalue at 1-to-1, and now you think a lot. You sure have changed your mind after all these years. Well, there's a couple of things about this. It's not changed my mind. That's why you got to listen to my videos all the time. I did all kinds of videos showing you the possibilities. All these things are possibilities and why I think they're possibilities. But you'll never see me say that they are going to do this. I won't do that. I don't do rates and I don't do dates. Just because there's too many variables out there. Is it possible they go to 1-to-1? Of course That's always a possibility. I said this before and I'll say it again. When you're listening to other YouTubers telling you certain information that seems outrageous, you should be demanding proof. Where's your link? Where's this article? Where did you get this information from? If they say, oh, I got to charge you for the link, oh, my so-called insider tells me and I can't share anything with you, they're lying to you. Absolutely lying to you. Make them show you the receipts. As far as explaining about the one-to-one rate, there's nothing wrong with being optimistic out there. And a lot of times I'm being optimistic. I don't want to be the bad guy all the time out there in YouTube world because it's not negative news that I'm sharing with you because nothing's been done yet. What I'm sharing with you is information you should be aware of and prepared for is all it is. But I do appreciate you chiming in, Andrew. Thanks, you're welcome. XRP is paired with the IQD on Forex. Is that a new thing? Just so you guys understand that cryptocurrencies are considered a type of currency. So on any of the exchanges, not just Forex, all the exchanges, all currencies are matched up with other currencies. And that includes cryptocurrency. But if somebody's trying to claim that this is somehow special and that this means something, they're lying to you. So we'll use Bitcoin, for example. This is called currency pairing. You have Bitcoin paired up with the US dollar. What they're wanting to know is what is the exchange rate? That's what pairing is. If I wanted to exchange my Bitcoin to the US dollar, they would tell you what the value is. You can go down here and say, what is my Bitcoin in pairing with the British pound? This is what the conversion rate is. That's all pairing is. They are matching currencies against one another in case you want to go to Britain and you need some cash and you're like, yeah, you know, I don't have my US dollars, but I do have some Bitcoin. So if I wanted to look at pairing how much of my Bitcoin will it cost me to get 1,000 British pounds or something. As you can see here, 1 British pound is equivalent to 0.0000423,168 Bitcoin. You can also switch it around. So if you add 1 British pound, how much Bitcoin can you buy with it? That's how much you could buy. So that's all pairing is, one exchange value for another. According to your video, it would take a few more years for anything to happen, not weeks. I sincerely want to thank you for this video. Gurus have been lying for years. They're going to change on Christmas. Nope. New Year's. Nope. My favorite. Easter for sure. Nope. It's always going to change after this major holiday, like the one that just passed. I'd rather hear the truth than be lied to every week. Insanity is when you keep falling for the same thing time and time again. I may not be around in another 10 years or so, but knowing that my kid and their kids can one day benefit from my decision to hold dinars is still a win in my books. Enjoy life and stay grounded, people. Man, you know what? I really, really appreciate that. I do. Thank you for that. I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to tell you what you need to hear. And sometimes it's something you don't like, and sometimes it is. I told you, people have asked me, can you make a case for a 322 rate? Sure. Can you make a case for a dollar rate? Yep. Can you make a case? Yes, of course I can. And I show you how we go about it. So when somebody asked me one time, what is the true value of the Iraqi dinar? And at first it was hard to respond to that. But we all saw that article come out who told us how much they had in currency that was in circulation, how much they had in gold, and how much they had in foreign asset reserves, which all these are part of the equation. And then when I went through and calculated it, made the conversions to US dollars, laid it all out, did my division, I was like, holy smokes, this is the answer. And I laid all my work out. I showed everybody my work. I explained how I got to what I got to. And then I explained the possibilities of this. I said, we are supported by this rate. And yes, the rate is nice, but that's taking in consideration that Iraq's going to sell all of their foreign currency assets and sell all of their gold reserves. It can't support this rate, but they would have nothing left over, and that's not going to happen. I do my best to try to explain things and educate people, and sometimes people only hear what they want to hear, and I catch flack for it. And that's fine. I'd rather be honest and people pissed at me than me lying to all you and having people jump off the roof. Kuwait has $3.29 dinars. What do they have that Iraq doesn't? A currency that's free of sanctions and restrictions is what they have. You should listen to the video all the way through. So one of the portions is, why is the dinar so cheap? And the answers are down there. The other one is, what could Iraq do to increase the value of the Iraqi dinar? And it's listed down there. And the third one was, Does Iraq still have any type of restrictions and sanctions on their currency? Yes, they do. It's listed on there, and they tell you what they are and why they exist. And that's important for you to know, because I don't want you to walk around feeling all dreadful like, oh, this is a waste of time. No, they just need to get their crap together. I explained in the video that it wasn't the United States feeling like they just wanted to punish the Iraqi people for 20 years and why they held sanctions on the money and on Iraq. It had nothing to do with us. It has something to do with the corrupt government that's been there. You know, the same people that are there now. So I hope that answers your question. Go through and watch the whole video because I do answer this question. So if you get past the silliness in the video and get to the meat and potatoes of the video, in there is some extremely valuable information. I can't stress this enough. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's this one that says, finally, answers to why the dinar is devalued still and how to increase it. So there is a lot of details in there. You guys can go see for yourself. And based on the information that's in the video, you can then monitor for yourself what's going on in Iraq and the decisions and policies that are being made and how it affects the dinar. You don't have to rely on what other people are saying. You can do it on your own. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Yeah, I was being silly, and I'm glad you guys seen the humor in it. But I also hope that you guys pay attention to the other video, because I don't think you can get more detailed and more information about the dinar than that. Seriously, you can't. Somebody has suggested that most people are not getting past the silliness of the Zoom meeting and that I should just delete that off and just post the video with the information on it all over again. You guys let me know what you think. I'll look for a comment down below. That's it for now. I'm out.